Hey everybody, I'm Zach.
And I'm Jesse.
And you're watching the Patreon bonus stories. All right, so this is a story about Peterbilt. Remember, they make the big semi-trucks. And their plan is to build 12 all-electric Class 8, which are the big ones, Model 579 day cab tractors. That means it doesn't have a sleeper. And they're going to build 3 Model 520 refuse trucks, so like trash trucks. Isn't that cool? All electric. Made by Peterbilt.
Wait a minute. How many did you say there were? 12,000?
No, I said 12. And then 3 garbage trucks. Yeah, that's going to be, they're doing this in a partnership with Meritor and TransPower, who will supply all the electric drivetrain systems for the 2 Peterbilt vehicle platforms.
Okay, so wait, let me just do some math here. So it's 12 plus 3.
12 plus 3, yeah. That's
15?
15 trucks.
So they're going to make 15 electric trucks.
Yep, and the trucks will be used in a test program for about a year, and the program is being funded by the California Air Resources Board, or CARB, and a consortium of California's regional air quality districts.
Okay, so why is Peterbilt even in this? I feel like I could build 15 trucks, electric trucks.
Well, especially if you
CARB
partnered,
was funded, you know.
Yeah, especially if it was powered by Meritor and TransPower.
Right, I mean...
yeah, but you wouldn't be able to put the Peterbilt sticker on the front. You'd have to put the Jesse sticker
Who
on the
cares?
front.
Soon no one's going to know their name if this is what they think it counts as an electric truck. I mean...
Wait, so you're not excited about this?
No, this is ridiculous. I mean, okay, they're getting funding...
Yep.
From the CARB Resource Board.
Right, for our taxes, basically.
Yeah, so they're getting government funding to basically build 15 trucks to test for a year. What, as if you don't think it's going to work?
Here's my first question.
Yeah.
Why are they getting the funding and not like Tesla, who's already proven to be able to do it? Like they drove their trucks around all night.
Peterbilt should have walked into the CARB office and they should have given the proposal, and CARB should have gone, get out. Because, I mean, you need to test it for a year? Give me a break. I mean...
Right, there's no talk of charging.
There's no talk of charging.
There's no talk of range.
There's no talk of producing these vehicles, production. I mean... 15 trucks, so what?
Here's what I think happened.
Peterbilt can sneeze 15 trucks.
Here's what I think happened. I think after the Tesla released the semi-truck stats in that big release party, Peterbilt people just scrambled. They were just having like meeting after meeting, and they're like, oh my God, we're going to lose our jobs. What should we do?
It's been months. They have not been scrambling.
No, but that's their level of scrambling, I think. I think in ICE departments, that is scrambling. I think it took them months to get this deal worked out.
Because they didn't want to spend a dime, it looks like.
Yeah, I mean, probably. You know what? The meeting probably went like this. Let's go talk to the president about getting some funding for an electric truck program. And when they talked to him, he was like, no. And so they had to go find money.
I guess it's pretty sad.
What I think is sad is they're subbing out the whole drivetrain. So what does Peterbilt make? The seats?
I guess so.
What?
Actually, no, a lot of seats in semi... trucks now have magnetic suspension by Bose.
All right, so what do they make then? I mean, if you're Peterbilt, what the heck do you make?
The shell?
It's ridiculous.
The lights?
Let's move on.
That's ridiculous.
All right, let's take a look at this. So this is a 2 megawatt power pack system by Tesla that's going into, it's going to be one of the largest systems actually that Tesla has built recently, other than that big Australian one. And this is going into Ardag's Irvine facility in Scotland. This company makes glassware, so bottles primarily, and they operate 24/7, 365. They do not stop.
Right, and so basically the problem that they were having is when the electricity stopped, so did they. So
or if the electricity dips when their
voltage dips,
like because their HVAC system turns on, because you got a cool. I mean, take a look at this.
Yeah,
these are really hot things, and you got to keep that facility cool. So whenever the HVAC like turns on, you got to dip in the voltage. It screws things up. So they brought in Tesla power packs because that can control the voltage, right?
Right, it keeps everything static and stable.
Here's what I like about this story. It's boring. And I'm not talking about digging a hole. I'm talking about it's just dull.
It's like the Kona level of boring. It's like, oh, okay. You know, you're not like, whoa, it's amazing. I didn't even think you could do that. It's just like,
it's a boring,
it's a mundane
this energy company that needs to solve the problem. They're like, what can we solve this with? Oh, I know, power packs.
Right.
And they installed them and it works.
Right.
And they didn't have to stop the plant. Nothing. It just works.
Right.
It's boring.
It's like a plug and play. Yeah.
Yeah. And so you know what this is great about? Other companies, they light up when they hear stuff like this. They want boring solutions too.
Right.
It just works.
It just works. Oh, we could use that for our company.
Yeah.
We have that same trouble. How many manufacturing operations around the world run into this issue?
Exactly.
Where like, oh, We just lost 3 of our lines because of a power surge, and then it blew all the fuses, and it's going to take a week to order the fuses.
Exactly. You know what happens when a plant doesn't operate at a peak efficiency? It means that you're, not only your customers mad because now all the people that needed that stuff is delayed, all of your workers had to be sent home, and it just throws everything off. So like companies want to operate at peak efficiency, and this is how you do it. And this is not the kind of stuff that happens on the earnings calls. None of the analysts ever say, like, how are you doing with those power packs?
Right.
They never ask that. They just, how many cars are you producing if the sun shines on a Tuesday?
Yeah.
That's all they care about. It's so dumb. Jesse, you have a question?
Yeah.
This guy, this beard, first of all.
This beard, I think, needs to be seen by at least our Patreon viewers.
Yeah. This is awesome.
This is a great beard. I just want to give him a big thumbs up.
I love that beard. I'm going to keep trying to grow it out.
So this
is one of 8 trained officers in Luxembourg that have been trained on the Tesla vehicle. Now, first of all, if I was a police officer and they had a sign-up sheet, I would, and they're like, would anyone here like to drive the Tesla? Would you like to be trained?
Me? Oh, me, please.
You'll have to drive very
You're
fast.
You're going to have to train to drive fast on a course. It's going to be very fast and dangerous.
Oh my God. So yeah, this is the Luxembourg police. They've just put 2 Tesla Model S's into operation. One's going to be a motorway patrol vehicle. So basically a car that's going to catch people.
Yep.
And the other is going to be used as part of their service escorts, basically bringing police escorts to different duties. This is the first step.
Yep.
I mean, this is what you do if you're a police station and your police department and you're thinking of going Tesla. You don't buy 100 of them. You start with a couple. You see how your folks like it. I can tell you one thing. I bet you anything the police officers who are driving these are going to never give up that shift. They're never
they're never going to stop talking about it. Everyone's going to hate them.
Yes.
Be like, I have to drive my stupid
But you know what else?
BMW.
That means that their partners and their friends in the department are going to go for, can I do a ride along?
Yeah.
Yes, you can. And they're going to go, oh my God, I want to drive one of these. Hey, Sarge, can we get one too?
Exactly.
I mean, they won't talk like that because they're in Luxembourg.
Right.
But the equivalent. And the only drawback, Jesse, is that Luxembourg is a country. How do you patrol a country and have the range to cover the entire country of Luxembourg? I mean, what do they have, superchargers everywhere?
Okay. Dude, this is a tiny country. So, I mean, this country is 82 kilometers long.
Okay. Wait, what?
That's 51 miles, and 57 kilometers, that's 35 miles wide.
Oh.
So
what?
It is a teensy little country.
Oh.
You could drive back and forth like
4
3 times. Yeah. And still make it home for dinner. It's so a perfect police car for this country. You could chase people right out of your country.
Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for being patrons of our station. We love having you. Your numbers are growing, which is fantastic for us. We're starting to think about getting the Tesla Semi. I mean, we're not thinking about we're getting it, but I mean, we're starting to think about how to fund it. And you guys are helping us to do that. That's one of the many fun things we're going to be doing. So we want to drive all around the country and show off this truck. We want to drive around Europe and the US and Canada in the Roadster and show that off to everybody. So, I mean, you are helping us to do that along with all the other cool stuff we're doing. Don't forget, we're going to be in Montreal on May 12th. If any of our patrons are up there, we would love to meet you guys. We will push you right to the front of the list. Just show us your Patreon card.
Yeah. I mean, basically all you have to do is...
The Patreon handshake. Do you know that handshake?
Yeah. Let's do it real quick.
Okay. Wait, no, that's not it. No.
What are you talking about?
It's this.
That's been your secret handshake your whole life. You're giving it away.
Hey, Patreons get the secret handshake.
All right. Okay.
Anyway, thank you so much for being Patreons. We love you guys.
Yeah.
So thanks so much.
Thank you so much. We'll see you next week for some more Patreon stories.
Is that the theme song?
No.